Awesome on demand. We're talking awesome, awesome on demand, baby, awesome, feeling awesome. Oh yeah. Hey, Brian G. Johnson, and in this video I want to share with you 9 steps that you can tap into to feel amazing, to have clarity in your life and in your business, to have balance, to spend time with friends and family, to make more money, to have more impact, and so much. We're talking success ritual, and I want to share with you a personal history story of how I developed these 9 steps over time, and how as I entered into my book launch and got incredibly busy, right? We're talking the 14 hours a day, non-stop, go. I let go of the very things that allowed me to reach such a high. And let's talk about those 9 things, and then I'll swing back and I'll share how I let them go. So number 1 is having clarity, knowing exactly how you want to spend your day, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and how you're going to accomplish it. You know, having that clarity is incredibly powerful. And I want to spend a minute and make a reference to the amazing book, The Essentialist. And the concept is simple. You know, if you're trying to do 6 things at the same time, you're going to be mediocre in all of them. And mediocrity is not a path for massive success. Instead, focus on one thing, do it really well. People will notice, and you'll be on your way. And one of the things to consider is that after I launched my book, I wasn't quite sure what to do next. And if you've ever been in that spot where you're not sure what to do, take the time. One of the things I learned in this book is that essentialists take the time. They research, they think it through in a non-emotional way, right? We're all emotional creatures, and we're going to have that. But when you break it down, when you really think it through over a few weeks, a month, it allows you to make a decision based on more than just emotion. And as I finished up with like moving into the house, launching the book, speaking engagements, etc., I wasn't sure. So I started taking the time and I researched diligently about 5 opportunities. And I did that to ensure that the decision that I would make was one that was the most logical, the one that I felt the most excited about, and that I could focus and put all my energy and have clarity, right? Step number 1. And what I want to do. Now, step 2 is commitment. And what's really cool is when you have that clarity, when you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is where to go, commitment comes much easier. And with commitment comes success, because you're committed. You're not wondering about all that other stuff. You've got clarity and commitment, and that is a powerful thing. Step number 3, my friends, is having vision. And this is huge. It's almost like programming the future for massive success, because you're envisioning how things will unfold as you move forward. And I was very clear in how I was going to get the #1 best-selling book, how I was going to not just statistically have a bestseller, but make the market stop and notice. When you can do that, when you can stop your market and people take notice of you, you will have that success. And I was able to do that by having vision on how I was going to achieve that. So think about how it's going to look like, what you're going to do, how the world will respond, and move forward to do the things that will ensure that happens. And then number 4 is action. And I'm talking about implementing, doing things that will have a direct result on the success you want. Not just like researching, not just studying, but putting the plan, putting the vision into action, okay? Clarity, commitment, vision, and action. Now in step 5, it's kind of like balance, and that is the success ritual. And this is oftentimes where entrepreneurs, we fall into a very common trap of getting so busy that we let the life balance stuff go to the wayside. In January, I had a lot to do. I had a funnel that was incomplete. I had bonuses that I needed to create. I needed to get people on board. I needed to create 100,000 videos, personal videos to individuals. And I got so busy, I no longer had time for the success ritual, the life balance that allowed me to feel amazing, powerful, have that clarity. And this is things like exercise. Hiking. In 2014, I hiked over 300 miles nearly daily, 4 to 5 times a day, or 4 to 5 times a week, and it was powerful. So when I think about life balance, these are about the 5 or 6 things that equate to that. Exercise on a regular basis, right? Acting, doing, implementing, right? And I do that by leveraging my productivity ritual. And you can read about my productivity ritual in my book, Trust Funnel. This is something that I've done and I continue to do, and I just simply set aside 2 to 3 hours a day to focus on the most important thing. And that goes back to step 1, the clarity. Now, the next thing that I do with the life balance is I share. I share the ups, I share the downs, I share when I'm feeling great. I keep it real. I be authentic. I be authentic to myself, to my message, and so on. And I basically get with other peers in my industry, and I do that through social media. Facebook is the platform that I typically spend the most time at. Now, the other thing I do is I try to pay attention to family, spending time with my wife, walking my dogs, having a little downtime, doing things for me, family, and friends. And a lot of my friends are in my industry, so I go to events. I go to local events. I get on planes and I head out to, whether it's I'm invited to speak or not, I just get around other humans. And that is a very balanced life, right? You're exercising, you're acting, you're doing the most important thing 2 to 3 hours a day, you're sharing with other human beings. We're human creatures, and that's key. And then I think about family and I think about friends, and I'll tell you that this is a struggle for me. I don't have balance. I'm not good at it, but this is really the success ritual. Having that balance is it. And now step 6 is small steps, right? Don't try to step up to the plate and swing and expect to be Babe Ruth, the first out, the first swing at bat. Small steps over time allow you to achieve greatness. So focus on what you can do day to day, and focus on the small, gradual steps that will lead to the overall achievement that you're after. Step 7, ritualizing. What does that mean? It's just doing it over and over. It becomes a habit. It becomes a ritual. You know, you have the productivity ritual, you're exercising, you're feeling good physically, you're engaged emotionally, you're on a path of excellence, you know exactly what you're doing, and when you do that over and over again, you begin to have a ritual, a life ritual, and when you rinse and repeat, greatness starts to happen. Step 8, friends, do not ask for it. Do not wonder if it's going to be. If you wonder, there will always be opportunity for doubt. So instead, I invite you to stake your claim today. I stake my claim, and from this day, I'll be wealthy in finance, friendship, and in life in general. Stake your claim. Demand it. Do not hope or want, demand. That is step 8. And step 9 is simple. Just believe that it can be. Believe that your plan is good. Believe that if you follow through, great things will happen. And I guarantee that if you do that, the magic will be all around you. So watch out, because pow! Awesome on demand. Poof! Pixie dust. Hey, if you like this video, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of my 9 steps.